Welcome to day 48 of 100 Days of Startup, where I, Rod Danan, am building Prentus, where we connect startups to skill tech interns that they can hire. And for any bootcamp grads, make sure to join our community at prentus.co/community for networking events, and we're having an event sesh this Wednesday. So for today, Monday, I love Mondays and was really excited to come into the week. So started off the day and spent most of the morning on a call with Guy, who's the main designer I've been working with. He's still working on a few items, and we're still behind schedule. So I think I mentioned before, probably have to move back the launch date. But overall, his main focus right now is getting the design system set up. Because until he sets up the design system, then the other designers are kind of all over the place in terms of making their designs ready for the whole platform. So it's really, really important. So we're talking about typography, colors, buttons, and more that we have to add into Figma and how to do it. So I gave him feedback on that. Kind of talked about how we envision it, but the hope is that it's finished by Wednesday, and then the designers can get into it, produce high fidelity mockups, and the developers can get into it. Because since one developer dropped out this weekend, I want to make sure no more developers drop out, and we can get down to business and build this platform. So there's that. But in the afternoon, I got to just writing some announcements for the project team and the wider community. So on the project team, it was just kind of introducing the new members of the team and where we're currently at. And then for the community, we're throwing a venting roundtable sesh on Wednesday. So, with everyone posting on LinkedIn repeatedly about how this is broken, job searching for 6 months, and all this kind of stuff. People are frustrated. But I want to have a kind of forum where they can kind of let it all out, talk to people that are in the same boat as them. And then we're also going to have some people that recently got jobs. So that way they'll be their input, and they can kind of say hey, I was feeling like that, and now I did this, and now I'm in a job, it's just some support. So really excited for that. And that's just to replace our usual live shows, because we're not doing that for October, and probably gonna launch it sometime in November. I just don't know, beginning or end. So want to make sure to continue engaging the community on that side. Then after that, I had a meeting with the designer that was supposed to be the designer for the internship side of things. So first half of the meeting, I gave them some feedback on a project they did, because that was the point. And then second half was going to be onboarding, but something personal came up for them, so forced them to not take on the project, and it kind of threw a wrench in my plans, because I was planning on having this dedicated designer on the internship side of things to work with and kind of get everything built out. But stuff happens. So for now, continuing with the same, we had a developer that is also a designer doing it. So going to continue with him and see how that goes. Then after that meeting, since everyone's on our actual community all the time, probably have around 50 people that are online at one point. I made sure to always write an email also with our announcements. So went to MailChimp, made a new email template today, more plain text, so kind of less newslettery layout, and just focus on the content. So I'll just announce a similar thing. So just the event sesh, shared some helpful links. So shouting out people in our community. Hopefully that encourages people to post. And then sent that out. After that, moved into the team lead meeting on the product side. So the lead designer on that, we were kind of getting on him a little bit for missing some deadlines, because like I mentioned before, we want to get some designs ready so the developers are active and engaged. We don't want them to be, disengaged and falling out. And overall, I want the platform to be ready. So we have to push the pressure on him. Our PM, Matt, did a great job of kind of outlining how important it is and giving him deadlines. So we'll see how he responds, and hopefully all the designers respond with a bunch of good designs for this week, and we kind of see this thing come to life. The rest of the team leads they're doing great, by the way. Then after that, I had to fix the reset password flow on Bubble, because it seemed like it was broken. I don't even know how long that shit was broken, but it was. And then after that, I just had some handiwork to do around the house. So evening was pretty much, taken up, but I did plot out my next steps for building the platform in Bubble, which that's the current platform I'm using. So I need to add some test data to see how the dashboard works, which is pretty easy in Bubble because they have their database management. It's pretty easy. And then just kind of mapping out the current other pages I need to add that will kind of go into the full flow, and then implement the functionality. So, I love Bubble. So tomorrow is going to be a ton of fun, and I can't wait to tell you all about it.